The flooring is extremely easy to repair using the following instructions. Select replacement material from salvage material, checking to be sure that the color and pattern match is acceptable. Ideally, the pattern should be an exact duplicate of the area to be repaired, but oftentimes, acceptable patch material can be found. Always try to plan the repair around a grout line. If grout lines are not available, an acceptable repair can often still be made as long as the color range matches the area to be repaired. Cut a piece of salvage material larger than the area you want to replace and align the pattern to the existing material, overlapping the replacement piece to the damaged area. Use double-faced tape to secure the replacement piece over the existing material while cutting. Hold a utility knife at a 90-degree angle and double cut through both pieces of flooring. Square edges are important for a professional-looking and hard-to-notice repair. Remove the damaged piece of material. If the flooring was installed using the loose lay with tape method, center acrylic double-faced tape under all seams, making sure the tape does not overlap. Remove the protective paper layer from the acrylic double-faced tape. Tape is not necessary if the full spread professional installation method was used. Apply seam sealer to the edge of the replacement piece and position the replacement material into place. Then, roll all seams firmly with a hand roller and wipe off the seam with a clean damp cloth, followed by a clean dry cloth. The finished repair should look as good as the seams. To repair a gouge, simply heat the gouge so it will lay flat. Lift the edge and apply seam sealer. Carefully work the edges together. Then, roll the seam firmly with a hand roller and wipe off the seam with a clean damp cloth, followed by a clean dry cloth. By simply rubbing the palm of your hand over the affected area, enough heat is generated to cause most areas to relax or regain its original shape. If this is not sufficient, place a clean white cloth over the affected area and apply heat with a hair dryer. Do not overheat the flooring. In the rare event the flooring becomes buckled or raised after installation due to seasonal movements of the walls and subfloor, or if bubbles occur due to improper installation, follow these steps to correct the problem. If material is installed into the adhesive while the adhesive is still wet, bubbles may occur. Bubbles could also occur if the floor is not rolled with a 75 to 100 pound roller, or if a section of flooring was not adequately rolled. To repair, pull back the material to let the adhesive fully dry so that there's no transfer of adhesive when touched. After the adhesive is dry, position the material back in place and roll the floor with a 75 to 100 pound roller. Please note that the adhesive could stay wet under the material for up to 2 weeks, but a permanent bond will eventually form if the material is installed into wet adhesive. If bubbles have appeared, but a permanent bond is already formed such that the material will not release, you can attempt a repair by using a hypodermic needle to suck the air out of the bubble and then set a heavy object on the bubble for at least 4 hours. If a buckle occurs at a vertical surface, simply lift or pull back the flooring at the problem area and trim any excess material so that the recommended 1/8 inch expansion gap is left to allow the material to lay flat. If the area is at a door jamb, the door jamb can be undercut such that the material is allowed to slide freely under the door jamb, or trim the material to 1/8 inch from the casings. If a buckle occurs at a transition strip or other area where the floor has been taped, gently lift from the tape and push out the fullness. If necessary, trim material and use a fresh section of tape to re-adhere the flooring. If a buckle occurs at corner of cabinets or at a doorway where material went from one room to another, the material may have been slightly twisted during the installation. To repair, pull up the side of the material that is twisted and move material left or right to allow the material to lay flat. Once the material is aligned properly, roll the floor with a 75 to 100 pound roller. Wrinkles can occur when heavy objects are pushed or pulled across the flooring. When possible, lift heavy items and place them into position. Do not scoot or drag objects across the floor. When moving appliances or heavy furniture, it is always wise to lay a plywood panel on your floor and walk the item across it to protect your floor from scuffing and tears. Use strips of hardboard under feet of appliances as they're moved into final position. Tilt appliance slightly to remove strips. Alternatively, you may use professional moving glides or a section of carpet turned face down to carefully move the object into place. Wrinkles may also occur in areas with rolling traffic if the loose lay with tape method of installation was followed. Therefore, areas where rolling traffic will occur must be installed using the full spread method of installation. To repair, clear out the room and fold back 1/2 of the material. Apply pressure-sensitive adhesive with a 3/8 inch nap paint roller following the full spread professional installation method. If the material is installed before the adhesive is fully dried, the subfloor may transfer through to the material. To repair, pull the material back to allow the adhesive to fully dry. Then, position the material back in place and roll with a 75 to 100 pound roller. If the wet adhesive has already caused a permanent bond and the flooring cannot be pulled back, the floor will need to be replaced. Remember, proper installation will help prevent the need for most repairs and will ensure years of satisfaction from your floor.